Hi, my little lambs. It's Mama Mimi. First of all, happy National Transgender Awareness Day. Um, I'm sitting here and I'm scrolling through um, media and stuff like that, and I came across something that just kind of really bothered me. And it's a thing from the White House, and it says President Trump believes rights for transgender people don't need federal attention. You know, where does he think that his rights or Ivanka's or Tiffany's or anybody else's rights are more important than anybody else's just because they're rich? So you get to decide what's important to people? No, I don't think so. Okay. And in this article, it states White House Press Secretary Sean Spiker says President Donald Trump believes the issues of transgender people and their civil rights is a state issue and does not need federal attention. Okay, so one state may say, oh, it's okay to be yourself, and then 15 other states can say, no, you don't have a right to be you. Okay. Asked by the Washington Blades Chris Johnson about the newly signed law that replaces North Carolina's HB2 with another law that does not actually repeal the discriminatory law. Spiker said he had not asked Trump about the new law, but that it's consistent with his remarks during the campaign. He believes in state rights. Spiker went on to say that on restroom access, the president has made it clear it is a state and local issue, not one he believes needs federal attention. So the safety of your constituents and the safety of the people in America are not your problem, is basically what he's saying. So again, why is he president if he doesn't care about the people that is in the country that he is the most powerful person over at the moment? Okay, there's also a video and everything, so of Sean Spiker giving his little speech or whatever. And then it goes on to say, it's disturbing that on International Day of Transgender Visibility, the White House is trying to ignore the rights and protection needs of transgender people who are among the most vulnerable of all communities. The Trump administration has repeatedly made it clear it wants to not just ignore transgender people, but is working to help harm them. Last month, the administration revoked President Barack Obama's guidance to schools on protecting transgender students and their rights. This week, we learned the 2020 census will not include LGBT categories, and other Trump agencies are reportedly removing LGBT specific issues and questions from their purview. So you're just trying to make it like none of us exist. Okay, how about we act like you don't exist? How about we act like your immigrant wife doesn't exist? Or the immigrant wife before her doesn't exist? How about we act like your children don't exist? All, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, which have different mothers. How about we ignore that? I know my last post, I got a little adamant about things. And this one, trying to make it seem like I'm not even a person or we are not people that should be considered worthy of your acknowledgement. And I'm quite sure that somewhere out there, some of us actually voted for this man. I didn't, however. But for those who wanted this person in office, hope you're happy. This is what gets us. This is what it gets us. Somebody needs to make it perfectly clear that just because we're different doesn't mean we don't exist. If there's an emotion to be had right now, I'm probably experiencing it, but I'm trying to contain myself. I don't know where these people feel they have the right to say we don't exist or we don't deserve to have the same rights that everybody else does. I don't get it. And for you to sit up on your high horse in the White House and say these people don't matter, what kind of person does that make you? What kind of president does that make you when you can sit and honestly say that the American people don't matter? Whether you're white, black, Asian, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, questioning, whatever the case may be. You try to say that we don't exist or we're not worthy to have the same rights as you. And why is that? Because you have money. I have money. Maybe not as much as you do, but I have it. So my life is not as valuable as yours. My brothers and sisters, their lives aren't as valuable as yours. Sometimes I wonder if they even think about the things that are coming out their mouths before they let it flat past their lips. Or do they even really care? Of course not. And the reason they don't care is because nobody's holding them accountable for their actions, for their decisions. Because in life, everything we do and say has consequences and repercussions, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent. That's what we're taught as children, or at least most of us are. Those of us who were raised with parents who wanted us to have good moral standings and values, that's what we were taught. Maybe not everybody got that education from their parents or their grandparents or their aunts and uncles, whoever the case is that raised them. Even to this day, I'm getting ready to turn 38 years old. And even to this day, my parents still hold me accountable for my actions and my words. For 12 years I was in the Army. I was held accountable for my actions and my words. So what makes them any different? They are in a position to where every action and word should be held accountable. And if you can't honestly run that office with pride, respect, and dignity, then you shouldn't be in it. Shouldn't be in it. Not one bit. Maybe you should step down and let someone who does have some moral and value convictions, honest ones, take place. Ones who are going to care about the American people as a whole, not just ones that they want to see succeed, not just ones they want to have the advantages that they're putting forth. Think about it. This is Mama Mimi. I love you all.